Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. We're talking 80s Christmas Wrestling Part 5. Hit it. It was the 1980s. The WWF wrestlers starred in Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. Hulk Hogan headlined the film No Holds Barred, and Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon hosted a New Year's retrospective show. I'm your host, Jerry D, with another episode of Totally Rad Christmas, the podcast that talks all things Christmas in the 80s. Toys, movies, specials, music, and fads. If it was gnarly during Christmas in the 80s, we got it covered. Now, joining me are two Totally Rad Christmas all-stars, baby faces and heels. I'll let you decide which is which. First up from Now Watch This, it's Joe Martinez. Joe, how's it going?
Jerry, how's it going, brother? It's good to be back. It's good to be back on Totally Rad Christmas. And, 80s wrestling is one of my favorite subjects. So thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man. Good to see you. Also, from San Antonio, it's Santa Jeremy, the Alamo City Santa. Jeremy, what's happening?
Hey, Jerry, I am so glad to be back. It seems like I just talked to you the last week. I don't know.
Same, Joe, same.
There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah. Guys, how are you doing? How's your Saturday?
Well, as long as we don't have to have a ultimate pose down here, Jerry, I'm glad your podcast is only audio.
Thank goodness.
I don't have the guns that Hulk Hogan or Randy Savage had,
no.
And they're
I'll just show off my tattoos instead.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, Batman, nice.
And
What you gonna do?
Well, it's good to see you. Tonight, we're going to talk more 80s wrestling. Before we do that, just like Carol Kane did to Bill Murray and Scrooged, I want you to hit me with the toaster. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I want you to hit me with the first answer you think of, okay? Which wrestler would you want to spend Christmas and New Year's with?
Ooh. If I can go first here, Jeremy.
Yep, give me time to think about
it. I think I'm going to go with Roddy Piper. I'd never seen that dude not have a good time, right? And,
right on.
And then he'd protect me too. And then especially, if unknown alien invasion comes, he's good in that spot too,
That's right. That's right.
As long as he's all out of bubble gum,
You'll be fine. Yeah. What do you think, Jerry?
Well, I would love to be there when the Ultimate Warrior unwrapped presents because it would be a frenetic frenzy.
You just see wrapping paper fly in the air.
I'm just thinking it'd be more fun to have the Macho Man Randy Savage there with the intensity, when somebody starts arguing at the dinner table. And
I don't know, Jeremy. The Macho Man is scared to open presents, man. Ever since Jake the Snake put that snake in his wedding present.
That's true.
That's right.
He might have some PTSD. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Let's say you were the last to enter a Royal Rumble. You're the last man there. Which wrestler would you want to go up against?
You take this one, Santa Jeremy. You go first.
Right now, I'm thinking, if I was in an actual Rumble Royale, I'd be, here in San Antonio. Which opponent would I want to face off? In reality, but it doesn't matter because they're going to throw me out of the ring. So
you're going to put him over.
Yeah. So give me Randy Savage so I can make him look good.
All right.
Being a San Antonio kid, there's only one choice for me. And that would be the Heartbreak Kid, because he could make anybody look like $1 million in there. So he'd make me look good as I put him over.
Right on. Oh, I forgot to do a third one. Okay.
What Lifetime movie would star Elizabeth and Bad News Brown?
Hope she's back there doing favors.
Savage Christmas is what I'll call it.
There we go.
No. Who would you rather have as your king, Harley Race or Haku?
I mean, I grew up with more Haku, Harley Race. I mean, I did see Harley Race, but I'd have to go with King Haku. And then, to see what came from King Haku, the bloodline that we have going now, he's got a couple of kids in there. So I got to go with
cool.
Haku. Yeah.
Right on.
Do I have to pick one of those two kings or one of the kings that came after them? Because, you got the Macho King, Randy Savage.
Oh, Macho
Yeah.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is something Jerry probably doesn't know about because he didn't grow up with this stuff. Yep.
Yeah. No, I have no idea.
It's sensational Queen Sherry.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Elizabeth?
No. That's he was a heel, and he had got rid of Elizabeth, Jerry, and it was a beautiful storyline. I think they might have talked about it a little bit here.
A little bit. They built up to it because that was the best built angle, I think, in the history of wrestling. The Savage Hogan showdown at WrestleMania 5.
Yeah. And then, so Savage and Elizabeth split, Jerry, and Savage got with Sherry, Sherry was awesome, man. And she was awesome as a heel manager, especially for Savage. And then, Savage and Warrior have a showdown, and Warrior beats Savage, right, as a heel, right? And it was a loser leaves town match.
Mhm.
And so at the end of the match, like, everyone was pissed off because Warrior did a pose on Savage, right? It was real disrespectful. But at the end, Sherry gets in the ring and she starts beating up Savage, and Elizabeth's in the crowd, right, dude? They're playing to it all this time. Elizabeth's in the crowd, and they move the camera to Liz, and she moves through the crowd, and she goes and she takes Sherry off of Savage and throws her out of the ring. Savage and Elizabeth reunite. And dude, there's people crying in the crowd, bro. Like grown people crying. I cry when I see it now.
That was my favorite match of all time, too.
Dude, it was awesome.
Were they a real couple in real life, or was that all just
Yes.
fake? Oh, they
Yeah.
really were. Okay.
They ended up getting married on TV at the summer, then in reality, but they'd already been together. And then
Yeah.
within like the next year, they divorced. But
Oh, well.
I think the TV wedding was supposed to, fix things, but it didn't.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a way for our listeners to get to know you guys a little bit better. So thank you for that. Now, tonight we're talking primetime wrestling. It's this particular episode aired January 2nd, 1989.
Yes.
And I gotta say, this is mostly a recap show with like 3 actual fights, right? I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of it is just kind of like, this is what happened in 1988. Let's get ready for this next year. And then the other half of it really was just plugging the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Yeah. January 15th at the Summit, Houston, Texas.
That's right.
The Summit, which is now the home church of what's his face?
Oh,
Booker T?
No,
Joel Osteen?
Joel Osteen.
Oh,
Now,
is it? Oh, man.
because the Summit was renamed the Compact Center.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a WWF pay-per-view back in '98 there, No Way Out. And then a few years later, Joel Osteen's church had taken over. They were renting it, and then eventually they bought it out and renovated
They bought it. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, we're all Texans here. So
Yeah.
how about
It's
that?
true.
It's awesome.
Well, I'm a Texan by transplant.
Well,
Yeah.
we love you.
You know,
You guys are
Or
real
I should say we love you.
love you. Texas has held a lot of rumbles.
Yeah.
I think San Antonio, we've had at least 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
There was one at the AT&T Center. The other 3 were at the Alamo Dome. I've been to the Alamo Dome. So all of them.
Oh, yeah. I marched in the Alamo Dome
Yeah.
back in high
I
school.
will never go to another WWE pay-per-view again, though, because I'm now can no longer afford it now that TKO owns everything.
Well,
My
$1,200
brother-in-law's
seats.
Yeah. Well, my
Jeez.
brother-in-law's brother works for WWE. Occasionally, he can get us in, and
Cool.
yeah,
That is
and
cool.
So, Hell in a Cell was here. I had ringside floor seats. I'm sitting on a Royal Rumble.
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
I
last
see that.
one,
Oh,
ringside seat. So Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was in the rafters for the last 2 Royal Rumbles, so
Yeah, even the nosebleed seats are
Yeah.
going to be too much.
yeah, but now it's way worse because the people from TKO recently said, Vince McMahon catered to families. Well, UFC can charge more, so now we can too.
Yeah.
Oh,
There'll be no
man.
more, so your average family with kids ain't going to be going to these shows no more.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least in this show,
Yeah.
we get we get
If
Bobby
things
and
were
Brain
affordable.
back together. That's right. People could go, and Bobby and Brain were back together.
Yes.
Oh, Gorilla and Brain.
Gorilla.
I mean, what did I say?
Yeah.
Bobby the Brain and Gorilla. Yeah,
There we go.
Gorilla Monsoon. But sorry, I have it all wrong in my notes here. Yeah. So Bobby and Gorilla starts off like always. They're just bantering about how 1988 was terrible for Brain and how he's still kind of hungover from celebrating New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And I think he might have really been hung over because his energy was off.
His energy was low.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. I'm Gorilla Monsoon for Primetime Wrestling, and take a look at the
I'm your host, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
hungover.
Not hungover.
You're not hungover. You look terrible.
You have a Tylenol 50
Take a
on
look
you?
in the monitor. Look at yourself.
They never remove the monitors on me. I never get to see it here with this crew.
You look horrible, Brain. You were out celebrating. What were you celebrating? 1988 wasn't any good for you.
I'm celebrating that it's over.
Oh, you're celebrating that it's over.
His jokes were too, but I mean, I still love it, man. The banter
Same.
between the two, like
Yeah.
I would love to sit with these two and just listen to them go, man.
Yep.
Anytime. So again, it was a good sit through. I can't say the same for all the matches though, Jerry.
No, there was a lot of fast forwarding. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I watched them all, but
Yeah.
I mean, there was 3 actual matches.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
And even
All
the
in
feature match
quotations.
was kind of boring, and I like Bret Hart.
dude. Jeremy, I can't believe it was a main event. Just went to time finish
Well,
there.
I predicted that was going to happen because they had said both men were still undefeated in singles action.
Yeah.
So they weren't going to, ruin that for a throwaway match on prime time at the Boston Garden.
yeah.
Right. Which, I mean, I get,
Yeah.
but also like, come on, we want to see one of them win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like, what does he say? I have this question mark. He says something like the beef Manhattan. I don't know what that means, but he's
Yes. And
What was that?
they laugh about it, right? Like, and so
Yeah.
I was like, that's got to be like an inside joke. I caught that too, Jerry.
Yeah, that's not a wrestling term I'm familiar with. So
because they were talking about Bad News Brown. This is when they were talking about Bad News Brown
Yeah.
and Bret Hart and how they were both undefeated. And he says something like the beef Manhattan. I'm like, what are you talking about, man?
Obviously, no sense asking you if you know what today's feature is. You don't. Bad
The
News
Beef
Brown taking
Manhattan,
on the
isn't it?
Hitman.
Oh,
Who?
the Beef Manhattan?
No, Beef Man, give me a break, will you, please? You better be in shape by the 15th.
I know what it is. It is Bad News Brown and
The Hitman.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, the Hitman.
I knew that.
From there, we cut to Jimmy Powers taking on Dangerous Danny Davis, the former
Yes.
the former ref, right? Was he the
Yeah.
one that was disgraced, if I recall?
Yeah.
yes, he was. Now,
Dude.
Danny Davis came from Dover, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Dover,
This-
New Hampshire is a place I used to referee a lot.
Oh,
And we had like people in the crowd. It was the first time I saw fans in the crowd who tried to make themselves like a voice of the show.
Part of the show.
They called themselves the Dover Legends. And
Oh.
even more importantly, there was a show in December in Dover, New Hampshire in 2005, which were the very, very little seeds that were planted for, the Alamo City Santa.
nice.
Because that we did it. That was the first time I reffed a Christmas Battle Royal, which I eventually brought to San Antonio when I dressed as Santa, which was the earlier seeds for, me putting on the suit much later. So
Nice.
even
That's
though
cool,
the match
man.
sucked,
Origins.
if you want the whole story, check out Matt Spalding's podcast, North Pole Radio. I got a whole interview with him.
Right.
Also on Christmas Podcast Network.
But
Yes.
wasn't Danny Davis? So he was the ref, right? But was it because he was taking bribes? Is that why he was like barred?
They never said he was taking bribes officially, but he was crooked. He was always
Yeah.
biased. He'd look the other way, when heels cheating all the time.
I mean,
Title
but-
changes.
That
He-
wasn't
he-
like part of the story. That was like
Yeah.
It was all
legit?
part of the story. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, and dude, I was like, dude, this dangerous Danny Davis, he looks straight out of Sopranos. Like like he could easily have been a goon there. But yeah, he wins over Jimmy Powers with the tight
Also,
holding the tights there. Yeah.
yeah, he got what do they say? He's got a handful of trunks to hold.
Yeah.
Full of trunks, yep.
Rolls him right over.
Handful of trunks there, Sean. And another handful of trunks. And the referee didn't see that. Hebner was completely blindsided with that.
And you can see from our angle, what a surprise. Suddenly, Powers going over after he had rolled up Davis.
And look at Davis. He stepped right out the ring immediately. I'd
Very
really like to have
questionable
a look at
decision
that.
here, Alfred.
But also his costume's got to be like the worst ever. Like
Oh,
I
dude.
get it plays up his ref angle, but also like, come on, you could have worn a black shirt instead
Yeah,
of
the
like
white shirt was
this
terrible.
white,
Yeah.
just glowy almost kind of.
Yeah.
But dude, again, this was the 80s, man, where
I know,
the
it's
body
true.
like that
That's
looked
true.
intimidating, man. When you see King Harley Race later, I mean, again, I'm not messing with King Harley Race, but he looked he looked horrible. I was like, good
Yeah, I
Lord.
know. The Harley Race. It's I didn't know you could have a beer belly and still, wrestle.
Be a tough
but,
guy. Yeah.
But you could, and
Yes,
apparently
yes.
he was. Apparently he
Yes.
was a
Yeah.
super tough guy.
Yeah, he was legit.
But yeah, so Danny Davis wins, and in this terrible way. I wouldn't want to put my hands in there. That's all I'm saying. I'm not grabbing a handful of trunks. But we cut to Brain and Gorilla, and they're talking about the order of events for Royal Rumble, which again is January 15th.
Yeah.
And they're plugging the heck out of this thing, man. I mean, like every single chance they get, they plug it.
Yep.
Yeah. It was the first time that the Royal Rumble was an actual pay-per-view, so you can see it there. Like they're trying to get it over. The Royal Rumble's become one of the big four for the WWE now. So this is like Jeremy was talking about. These are the Royal Rumble origins that we're seeing here.
So it's what, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam,
And Survivor Series.
and
Survivor
Survivor Series, which they do talk about as well. That's right.
Yep.
Team of
Gotcha.
5, fight to survive. that used to be so great, man.
Sometimes 4, it all
Yeah.
depends. But it's not the same.
Five-ish.
Now it's mostly War Games matches.
Yeah.
Teams of 5-ish.
Yeah.
But Gorilla's teasing Brain. He's like, well, hey, if Ravishing Rick Rude loses, you might not even show up,
Yeah.
if he gets knocked out early.
He keeps telling them, yeah, 1989 is going to bring new things, new partners, maybe. He's like, what do you mean? You're not replacing me.
Well, and then he even calls him like the ultimate buffoon, right? Instead of the ultimate warrior.
Yeah.
The ultimate buffoon shouldn't even be putting vote. And then they mentioned that they shouldn't even be putting voting in the hands of the humanoids, is what he calls them.
He called the people humanoids, sometimes ham and eggers. And I think legitimately did not like the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
it
yeah.
sounds like.
Perhaps the pose down between your man, Ravishing Rick, and of course the Intercontinental Champion, takes place before the 30-man over-the-top Royal Rumble. You may not even be out there. You'll be so upset if Rick loses that you won't even show your face in the arena.
There's no
True
way
or false?
there's no way he can lose. The women adore this man, Ravishing Rick Rude. They don't like the ultimate buffoon. They adore Ravishing Rick Rude. Simple as that. We shouldn't even put the votings in the hands of the humanoids.
They're the ones that are going to demand and tell who the winner is, in fact.
Well, the little punk kids in their white socks and their...
Oh, there's a lot of people that called the Ultimate Warrior, to use a wrestling term, stiff in a lot of his shots, man. That you see, like they do a year in review for Warrior, and so you see his first match looked a lot like Jim Powers with the red trunks there, but man, that first military press slam, man, it didn't look like it was taken very well. I don't see how you could, bro.
And when he grabbed people, the one hand, he would usually grab them by the jump.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And
that's
I
not
think
fun
in
for
one of
anyone.
those shots he did that, and I know it pissed off, I think, Brother Love. And he said, no, that's not how you do that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. There's some things you do and some things you don't do, right? And all the guys right now are just
Yeah, it's
crossing
like,
their legs and
"Ugh."
squirming. Yeah. So Brain and Gorilla talk SummerSlam 88. This is where the Intercontinental title changed hands. Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah.
He was like out there. It was in Madison Square Garden, and they said he wasn't ready for like the Warrior, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
He said he was ready for anybody, but not the Warrior.
He was ready for anybody, but but that's what he said. But he actually really
Yeah.
wasn't when the Warrior like ran into the ring or something.
The
Yeah.
Saturday after Warrior passed, I got to do a tribute match, and I reenacted that match.
Oh,
dude.
that's cool.
Except I had a wig on that fell off while I was running across the ring. I wasn't, 6'4", muscular and tan. I was 5'9", fat and pasty. But I came out
Close enough.
because I remember I came out right before I came out. I was standing by the curtain, and Devon Dudley happened to be at the show. And he just looked at me and just started cracking up.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that was basically a squash match, man. Like Honky Tonk, didn't get no.
No, got no offense, which
no
is why it was good
offense.
for me to do because
Yeah.
I didn't have to, do much. I just had to hit a couple clotheslines and a shoulder tackle, and I was done.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't do the military press to him. He does. Yeah, he does the slam. I
Well,
forget
that would
what
have never
was
happened
called.
unless I was,
The splash.
lifting like a 5-year-old or something. But and the guy that I was in the ring with was like twice my size. So
I'm the Honky Tonk Man. I'm cool. I'm bad.
But yeah, he just runs in, and he hooks his legs and then he pins and he wins and all that stuff. And he's a new Intercontinental Champion, which I have no idea what it means, but apparently it's something. So.
Yeah, that's the number 2 man, Jerry. So it's typically you have your heavyweight champion. He's like the main dude, and then you have your Intercontinental champion. He's like
Gotcha.
the next in line dude.
Okay.
next in line who never gets a title shot.
Yeah.
They call him number 1 contender, but you rarely see the Intercontinental Champion against the world champion.
Yeah.
That seems like that'd be a good match, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened at WrestleMania. I think it was 6 when a Warrior was the Intercontinental Champion. It was champion versus champion.
Ah.
Warrior
Title for
versus
title.
Hogan. Yeah.
Oh, and then that's when Hogan lost, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was one of the times he lost.
Gotcha. Well, we might see another one in a little bit.
That's true. I remember watching that one live.
So Ted DiBiase's there, and he's antagonizing Hercules, right? Hercules Hernandez, and then he and Virgil just start like kicking him, and then he gets up and he starts swinging his chains, and then we cut because they're just talking about this moment in time.
DiBiase hammering away on his so-called swing. What is going on? Virgil, ooh, what a kick to the left. Ooh. Virgil sets him up with a right cross, another one. Look at that. I can't believe Herc's got it in him. Virgil goes tag, and that leaves only 2 on the platform. Hercules does not want to be a slave.
I hope you haven't spent all that money.
Well, dude, they basically bought Hercules Hernandez from Bobby the Brain Heenan.
He was going to be a slave.
Yeah, he was a slave. It's like, dude, seriously? He has chains on him? It's like, come on.
I don't know. That sounds a little sketchy, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's some sketchy stuff, man, in the wrestling 80s.
It was the 80s. Yeah.
When we get to Bad
Especially
News
with
Brown, man, watch.
multiple things that was Bad News Brown just weren't contemporary.
Yes.
So Gorilla's there. He keeps poking at Brain, saying, and particularly about this, hope you haven't spent all that money. And Bobby's like, well, my New Year's resolution, it's to be kinder.
Yeah.
And they start talking about brother love. And Gorilla seems like he just does not like brother love. And I don't know if that's in real life or if that's just the the bit, but he's just like, I hope you disassociated yourself with that piece of garbage, brother love.
No, actually, Brother Love is actually probably producing that bit that they're doing.
Yeah, chances are he was right. He was behind the camera the whole time because that was his main job.
Yeah.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
He produced most of the videos, a lot of the vignette promos, all that stuff. Bruce Pritchard was behind. So
Well, and he tries to Brain says something like trying to convince Gorilla to to have him on the show, or he's going to bring him on or something. And Gorilla's like, over my dead body. And Brain's just like,
Bring the box.
Bring the box.
he's cracked up, man. I was like, these guys are great.
Yeah, Bruce talked about like they were going to do a bit where he actually played Bobby the Brain's son. They looked so much alike when he was out of the Brother Love gimmick. But yeah, they got along well. But Bruce talks about like his first interactions with Gorilla and the Brain, like they got along so well. And he kind of he was a young kid. I mean, he's 26 at the time with these two legends.
The
And
80s, man.
Yeah, and Vince is having him produce them and give them notes. And they're looking at him like, come on, kid. Not here.
That's right. Like, come on, son.
Yeah, and Gorilla, you see Gorilla, like he's mostly sitting down in these things. He's a giant of a dude, man. Like Jeremy might know.
Is that why they call him Gorilla?
Yeah, like he was a big time wrestler.
Well, he used to be, I think,
his
a
time.
savage monster heel. I don't even think he spoke much in the beginning. I mean, he was before my time, but
Right.
But he was up there northeast, right, Jeremy?
yeah, I think he was mostly up there in the New York territory.
Well, so they're talking about the title and how Andre broke the shortest record of title with only like 30 seconds, because when he was fighting Hulk pinned Andre, but the ref wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Now, see, what you didn't see, they didn't show it. There was an evil twin referee.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because you had, I think at the time, Dave Hebner was a referee for WWE. His brother Earl before that worked for the NWA.
Yeah.
And then for this show, they brought Earl, became part of the WWE, and it was there for many years after that. But because it was revealed that after all was said and done, there were two referees in the ring at the same time. And at first they were accusing of someone doing, plastic surgery to make a fake referee.
Yeah.
But then they revealed they were twins, and just one of them was evil. But then the evil twin became the senior referee.
It really is just soap opera for boys, isn't it?
Dude,
That's what I was saying back then.
Hulk Hogan was acting his butt off better than any movie he's ever done. He's looking at both of them. I don't know,
Like, come
brother.
on, I pinned him. Yeah.
The multi-billion-dollar man. What
Except
did he
I think
do?
Dave was fatter.
Yeah.
There was an obvious difference. They were identical, but they weren't anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
while Hulk is complaining, like so confused, like what happened? I pinned Andre, like gets him by surprise, right? And then there's like a suplex, and then he pins him and wins. And Hulk can't believe it. He thinks they only counted to two, but
Hogan kicked out on one.
Oh,
but
yeah, dude.
They didn't catch it.
Andre spins a Hulkster around. Suplex right on top of him. He's on him. One. We get a two. That's it. We got him. He got him. He got him. No, he didn't. The referee counted three. We've got a new world champion. No, we don't either. I told it, McMahon. I told you. I told the world that the Giant would win it. No, sir. That can't be.
And I love how Vince and Jesse are arguing over it, right?
Yeah.
They're talking about like
Vince's calls are classic, dude. Like you can hear him even in the Royal Rumble promos that are just voiceovers. Like Vince has that classic radio TV voice.
That was like the most watched TV broadcast in history at that point.
Oh wow!
When they because it aired like it might have been a Saturday night at prime time, and they had, I don't know how many millions of people watched it live. I was one of them.
Well, but Andre wins. So he wins a match, but he surrenders the belt essentially to DiBiase.
Yep.
But then the president, I guess, of WWF or whatever, he basically says a belt can't be won like that.
Yep.
And so he declared the title to be vacant, and it'll be filled by whoever the winner of WrestleMania 4 is.
Yeah, dude. Wrestling always had that president, like, when it was WCW, it would be like Jim Crockett. But WWF, I mean, you come to learn now that he had no power back then. It was all Vince. But it was like, President Jack Tunney declares. And it was something
right.
serious, right? You're like, ooh, when this guy comes out, he's serious.
Yeah, I think he was a promoter out of Canada or someplace like that.
Oh, wow.
And he was just the voice of WWE, or not the voice, but, the man behind the scenes.
Right. But then WrestleMania 4, they talk about this, that it was a DiBiase versus Macho Man, and then Hulk clobbers DiBiase from behind with the chair.
Dude, yeah.
And they're like, I can't believe Hulk would stoop that low. But Savage wins, and then Hulk rushes in to give him the belt, which I thought was awesome.
Oh, look out! Here comes the Hulkster! Oh! And he clobbered $1 million man! Down he went, the referee did not see it! That's terrible, Monsoon! I can't believe Hogan would stoop to that level! DiBiase is out cold!
Well, Bobby the Brain will tell you that Hulk's always been a heel. Like, even like when he became Hollywood Hogan back in the late 90s and became a real heel, in Bobby the Brain's eyes, he was always a bad guy. But, you know, Bobby the Brain was always the leader of the bad guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rock and Wrestling told me Hulk was a hero, and so did No Holds Barred. So,
Dude, yeah.
Although that technically
Rip
was Rip. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Rip. Yeah.
But then we get an update with Mean Gene. They're talking about it's on the Brother Love show. Bad News Brown accuses the president of protecting Macho Man's title. And he also accused Miss Elizabeth of boning down with the president. So
that was pretty racy for WWE at the time.
Yes.
You know, WWE was, a cartoon at that point. And then we got Bad News Brown, who also would be, throwing a lot of, racist allegations at people too. He was like on his own channel.
Yeah, that Savage Bad News fight looked like a legit fight.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, but Bad News Brown calls out Savage and he headbutts like the referee, and then Savage races out there and like beats down Brown, but then the other wrestlers come out to like break it up and they're pulling them apart, but they keep going at each other. It was like, whoa.
That was a great pull apart. Yeah.
All the good guys are pulling Savage. All the bad guys are pulling Brown.
Right. Right. And then they get Brown out of the ring, and then Savage like leaps, he gets on the ropes and he like leaps out on top.
And almost kills himself the way he landed though.
It looked horrible, bro.
I was like,
missed.
Like, man, I don't know what they were on, but it must have been some good stuff because it was wild. It was wild. So, but we get back to Brain and Gorilla, and they're talking about Elizabeth. I like how, they're talking about how Savage was out of line, or was he? And Gorilla's like, well, would you not take offense if someone said that about your wife? And I love Brain's line here. He says,
well, see, I'm not home all the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not always
Classic
home.
I'm not home all the time.
Yeah. Dude, that made me laugh so hard.
And then they're talking about how 1989 is going to be different. He's like, well, I'm nicer.
That's his New Year's
Brain.
resolution.
Come on, Brain.
To be kinder.
Which,
be kinder.
by the way, they just put Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling on some of them on YouTube, but I was looking them up, and you can find them on Internet Archive. And there's an episode where Brain opens up an amusement park and somehow it attracts zombies. Yeah. And I was like, this would make a good Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Do they have a Christmas episode?
Not that I can find. Oh. So it's going to have to be a Halloween bonus episode.
I'm good with
that's
that.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah, exactly. But Brain gives Gorilla some champagne, and Gorilla accuses it of being left over from WrestleMania 3.
Well, did you see what brand it was?
I did not know.
It was Andre.
Oh, was it?
Back then, that probably cost $1.50 for that bottle.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. But Bobby's like, well, I have it shipped here from France. And Brain's like, hey, this said bottled in Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah.
It's a 1968.
That's right. He does say that.
What is that?
Well, holiday cheer. I told you I'm changing.
Well, holiday cheer. This is the same stuff you had left over from WrestleMania 3.
It is not. I just had this shipped here from France.
You did, huh?
When you and I went over to France for the match with...
Bottled in Toledo, Ohio.
You think I knocked over Tony Paco's place?
I don't know, but what a cheap... Why don't you bring some good stuff out once in a while? Let's talk about some of the new faces, the Bushwhackers, Mr. Perfect, the transformation of Akeem.
But then they talk about like new faces, and in wrestling there was a like Mr. Perfect, and they
he was
show him,
great.
like playing basketball and pool and darts and bowling and golf and doing all
Perfectly.
that stuff.
Dude, those perfect vignettes were awesome, man.
Yeah, there was the Bushwhackers.
Well, I've been in the ring with one of them, so
Which
that's-
the Bushwhackers were. I remember they were like a big deal. I wasn't into wrestling, but I still remember them.
I got beat up by Luke. So
That's cool.
He licked
Red-
your head.
They talk about Red Rooster.
that was a different time when I was a ring announcer and I had a different persona. He did lick the side of my head. I was in a Royal Rumble type match where I had a shirt that had his picture on it with a little cross through it, and he came out, tore off my shirt, tore off my pants, and then threw me out of the ring. So
Blue Blazer. is
Blue
another guy that's
Blazer.
talking-
That I remember.
who's
You
this?
remember what Blue Blazer used to be, Joe? What,
I
he-
do not. I do not know the old Blue Blazer. No.
He was the Blue Angel. But
I-
the whole time he was Owen Hart. But
Was it?
Is that who it was?
Even the old one?
yeah, he was Owen Hart from the beginning. Back in summer of '88, I saw WWE in Redding, California, and I don't remember who the Blue Angel wrestled, but he had a match, and that night the main event was Warrior and Hercules. So that was
That's
at
awesome.
the time I became a huge Warrior fan, which lasted a few years.
Dun.
But yeah, they talk about Blue Blazer. They talk about Akeem. Then they talk about the Big Boss Man, who was they said he was a prison guard. He's on the Brother
Yeah.
Love show.
From
and it's
Cobb
like-
County, Georgia.
It's like him.
I believe that was
versus,
legit.
versus Hulk, and he's
Yep.
like got his nightstick, and I think they even like mace Hulk in the face or something, and they handcuff him to the railing, but then he hulks
dude.
out, and then
Yeah.
he starts like swinging the railing, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
throwing the
whoa.
railing while it's attached to his arm. Like, dude,
It's
you're
like,
like, kill
man.
yourself.
I love Hulk's Hulk outs.
Yeah,
he's like
dude.
his eyes, and he just like, he starts like breathing, and you just see like his hair kind of going up, and I
Dude,
mean,
and he used that, I mean, throughout his career, like when as a face.
yeah.
I mean, he did it with Vince, he did it with Rock later on in his career, and the crowd would just pop when he'd do that. He'd do that turn, and
Yeah.
then he'd get that point. Oh, dude,
Shakes
it was
and-
awesome. And again, it's probably the most basic moves in wrestling, but I mean, it was the biggest pops anytime he did it.
Well,
Basic
who was,
moves, but that his leg drop just was so bad for him.
Oh, dude, right?
300-pound man dropping on his butt like that night after night caused a lot of surgeries.
Yeah,
I can imagine, but wasn't that like his finishing move?
That was his
Yes.
finish. And
But isn't that just something that people just do?
yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Jerry, it's Jerry. Don't. Yeah,
I mean,
not
you know.
Hulk Hogan's leg drop was more powerful. Come on.
that, I mean,
What you gonna do,
I saw
brother?
those cannons, man. So
yeah,
I can only
exactly.
imagine what those, what that would feel like.
Yeah. Like Jake Roberts did, his finisher was a DDT, and they
Okay.
would ask him like, "What's the difference between your DDT and everyone else's DDT?" Right? Because it was just a setup move
Yeah.
for a lot of other wrestlers, and he's like, "Well, mine will beat you."
To be fair, nobody did DDTs before Jake, though.
Yeah.
So
Oh well, then that's cool. Yeah,
he
yeah.
pretty much, he says he created it on accident. Like he tripped when he was holding a guy and he fell back and it got over. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that. But since then, everybody does it. But
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is just how wrestling is. You used to be able to beat people with a suplex. So,
Well, yeah.
yeah. Andre beat Hogan with a suplex.
well, that was
It's true.
that was a screwy finish, though.
So Brain and Gorilla, we come back to the studio. They're arguing about New Year's favors. And they're like, why would Boss Man rile up Hogan like that? And then they tell a story that there was apparently a blonde guy in the cell block that thought he was big stuff and he had to put him down. I mean, it was funny. Like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, could you rationalize for that? Why would a guy like the Big Boss Man want to rile up a guy like the Hulkster who could take you out in a hurry?
Well, I heard it was there was a guy in his cell block when he was at Cobb County that had blonde hair and used to push people around, and he really got all his enjoyment out of beating
Slick?
up this
You
guy.
mean when Slick was locked up, when he was incarcerated?
I don't know anything about Slick doing time.
I thought that's the inference you...
No, I know nothing about that. I don't know anything
That
about
rap.
that.
You got it right
No,
for
that
once.
rap. I didn't say rap.
Oh.
I know nothing about that. I'm trying to say is
It's going to be a big feud in 1989 between the Big Boss Man and the Hulkster. Who knows where
Like
that
Miss
one's going to
Betty.
lead? We'll be back in just
She's
a
not
moment.
up yet.
About like he had a prisoner that
Yeah,
that
yeah.
reminded that Hogan
Hulk
reminded
him of
something.
right,
Yeah,
right.
Was it Nails?
that was later. That was after Boss
Yeah.
Man's days.
Then we get another commercial for the Royal Rumble in Houston. And then we come back to Brain, who says this Rumble is causing trouble. He says it's too dangerous. And then he introduces us. We get the intro to the Rockers versus Iron Mike Sharpe and Jose Estrada.
I think that Jose Estrada might have been out of San Antonio, but dude, I love the Rockers. They were like my favorite tag team. I thought they were. I mean, well, I do think they were one of the best, but they
Definitely.
never really had a championship run. Like they never won the belt, and I imagine them as
Kind of.
champions.
They
Yeah.
did win the title.
Kind of.
Yeah, they won the title, but the ring broke in the middle of the match, and they pretended it never happened, and they never aired it.
Yeah.
Well,
Vince is like, just give the titles back.
I think Sean did all right after that.
I do like because they're wearing like the white shirts, but they're like torn. But there's like a turquoise logo on the shirt, and they have like the purple pants. And I was just like, this is like the most almost 90s era wear ever. You know?
Right? Yeah.
It's like
Fluorescent something.
maybe this is why everybody likes purple and turquoise in the 90s.
I had a purple and turquoise tracksuit that I got in
I'm
like
telling you,
1990.
everybody did. I had a purple and turquoise jacket.
Dude, I had a Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets.
Jordan-
Everybody liked it.
I don't
yeah.
know why. Like,
'Cause of the
I
purple
didn't
and
like.
turquoise.
I didn't like them. My mom bought me that. Yeah, it was crazy.
I think it's only because of the purple and turquoise, honestly. But let's see, what is it? The Brain Busters, like call them out, but they get them to run into each other, which I love. And Estrada is like eliminated by his partner, and then of course the Rockers pin and win. So,
Dude,
yeah,
I
what a
don't
weird,
know
what a weird
how
match.
many rocker finishes I gave to my brother. I probably shouldn't because I think they did paralyze the guy with it
Yeah, they did.
a little bit later on. But
Oh yeah,
dude, or elbow drops from an imaginary ring that I gave my brother back in the day. It was awesome. Courtesy of the Rockers.
that's right. Well, Brain says that the Rockers had a wild time on New Year's Eve. They split a cup of Ovaltine. And then Gorilla says Brain probably had a case of Magnums.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, I think he was talking about large bottles of champagne and not, the prophylactic. But
I hope.
I thought maybe Magnum ice cream.
yeah, but the thing is, when he was
Right.
talking about the Rockers partying, he was probably half right because they probably were partying, but they weren't drinking Ovaltine
Yeah.
because they got fired for over partying at the very beginning of their time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep. That was before all this.
So we get Sean Mooney talking the Rumble again, January 15th, 4 p.m.
Yep.
Eastern Standard Time at the Summit in Houston.
It's really
30
early.
men. What's that?
It's really early.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like 3 p.m. for us, right? Like, whoa.
Contact your local satellite provider.
But it's 30 man. Every 2 minutes, a new guy comes in the ring, and it's all like, like draw your name, I guess, essentially, and that tell you
Yep.
your order. And then, so like if you're the first guy, you could
Yeah.
be super exhausted by the time the 30th guy comes
Yeah.
in the
Chances
ring.
are you won't be there.
Yeah, but if you were,
But it has happened. There's been a few people that have drawn number one and won it all.
Yeah.
Shawn
And,
Michaels being the first one, but it was 1 minute intervals
Nice.
when he did it.
Oh, okay. Well, Rick Martel comes out and he said he's going to prove the doctors wrong, and he's coming back for this Rumble. I don't know what happened that he's going to prove him wrong, but good for him.
I think
Spoiler alert: he doesn't win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Maybe just participating will.
Yeah,
No,
he turns heel a few months later.
Yeah. The heel Martel was my favorite Martel. But,
The model with the purple and the arrogance, the
Yeah.
perfume,
He'd spray the perfume in
atomizer.
people's
That was
faces.
great.
Yeah.
It led to one of the worst matches in WrestleMania history.
Yeah.
Oh,
The blindfold match.
That sounds impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Well-
I think they could see through the blindfolds, but it did not look good.
I gotcha. Well, Dino Bravo and the Ruggios call out Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the Hart Foundation. Meanwhile, Gorilla's talking about brother love. He's like, this
An individual, I won't even call him a man because that would just give him some connotations that I don't think suit the guy.
This individual.
Dogging on him.
Yeah.
But Brains hands him, he's talking about how Brain hands him envelopes on the side. And Brain's like, no, those are just, they're filled with names of deserving families. Because he's accusing him of, paying him off. But he mentions how the $1 Million Man brought him in. And so Gorilla's just like, this guy.
Yeah.
He just, really, really hates brother love here.
Yep.
I started to like that every promo basically gave us the rundown of the Royal Rumble, right? Every wrestler's promo that came up at this time was like, different ways they cut it, right? You had the Rougeau brothers, you had Dino Bravo with their accents, but then you had like Jake the Snake, 30-man enter. Every 2 minutes, a new man enter. And then the Rougeaus would cut it. 30 men. Every 2 minutes, a new man. And they just gave you the rundown because they were telling you what was going to happen, what to expect, because nobody knew it. So you knew they were getting pointers before they went on. Tell them what it's about.
Right. Well, we get to the tag team. Let's see, new tag team champions with Demolition and Strike Force.
Yes.
And I don't know what happens, but the refs are down, or they count them down, right? Something, I don't know. I don't understand my notes here, but it could have been because I wrote this part while I was driving. So
I don't know. Again,
you shouldn't be watching TV while driving, Jerry.
I gotta get these in whenever I can, man.
The Axe, the Smash, Demolition. I love the Axe and Smash. They were probably my favorite WWE tag team.
Well, and then they talk about Thanksgiving night, and it was Demolition and the Powers of Pain with Mr. Fuji, now with the Powers of Pain. And he starts caning, with his cane, he starts hitting him Demolition, and he gets slammed.
As someone who sometimes brings a cane to the ring with me and been attacked by my own cane, those suck.
But the Powers of Pain, because they slam him, so then the Powers of Pain go to help him, and I like how the announcer's just like, I don't know, something stinks here. It smells a little fishy.
Dude, if you were a good heel in the 80s, you had a good heel manager, right?
Yep.
Bobby the Brain was probably the best.
Absolutely.
But Jimmy Hart, Mr. Fuji, even Elizabeth was a heel manager at one time.
Slick.
Yeah, Mr. Slick, yes.
Yeah. The Doctor of Style.
Demolition, they run back, and then they start beating up on the Powers of Pain, and Fuji's screaming, he's like, come on, let's get out of here. And so they hightail it out. And they talk about how in 1988, Harley Race abdicated, and they crowned Haku king. And so Brain gets the crowd riled up, chanting "Long live the king," which I thought was pretty great.
Join me now in those four important words. Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the king!
As a music nerd, in the background, they have The Great Gate of Kiev by Mussorgsky playing, so I thought that was cool.
Eventually, they use that for all kinds of king stuff. Eventually, Jerry Lawler came to the ring to that too.
I gotcha.
And Haku looked like he did not want to be there.
Oh, dude, he looked nervous to be up on that.
And maybe that was it, but he didn't look like he belonged, with the spotlight on him like that. Something was off.
Because then they Andre opens the ropes for him, which I think was they say that's a big deal. And so he goes, and then he sits on this thing sedia gestatoria, where it's it's the throne, but it's got the poles, and then wrestlers carry him out.
I don't know why they said they called it the sedan, that thing that they sat on, but I remember that. And then I think famously Macho King came to WrestleMania in one of those, and that was the more classic use of that one. But this was the first time
Cherry
that
at his side. Yeah.
Yes, that was awesome.
Although King Mabel used it too, I think.
But
I can't imagine who carried
which is scary.
King Mabel.
Yeah. I believe Jeff Hardy was one of the people one time.
But I also got Apollo Creed vibes, right?
Oh yeah,
It's all the pomp and everything.
Yeah.
And then Brain, but we come back, and Brain's kind of refusing to talk to Gorilla because he's teasing him about the coronation at the Rumble, and he's like, "I don't turn my back on my people." But But we also get one of the most iconic bits here as they're looking back on 88, the Mega Powers, right?
Jesse, I'm sure you would concur that 1988 saw the two individuals joining forces to combine, indeed, the greatest power perhaps in tag team history. They call them the Mega Powers.
That's right, Hulk Hogan and Randy Macho Man Savage. I never thought I'd see the day, but even I can be amazed.
Because this is the first public shaking of the Mega Powers, brother.
Whoa!
They're talking to Elizabeth. She's a licensed manager, just like Bobby. And I like how Bobby's like, well, she's an attractive woman in a gaudy kind of way.
Yeah. Oh, was that right when she came and she disrobed at SummerSlam, or was that Survivor Series?
It's just crazy. But they're talking SummerSlam, and Hulk does a leg drop like to win. But then they talk about Thanksgiving night and the Survivor Series. And again, Hulk does the big leg to win. But then Hulk picks up and like spins Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And then Macho Man's looking in his
And
eye.
he gives him like the shifty eye, like, hey,
You had
woman.
lust in your eye, brother.
Well, from the minute that Savage won the title at WrestleMania 4, they were building up to Hogan and Savage at WrestleMania 5.
Yeah.
Every little step told the story until they finally broke apart, like February of 89, I think.
Yeah, because it was this is July 30th of 88. It was the first public shaking, in the ring, the Mega Powers, where it's like taking them forever to shake hands,
Yeah.
Well, they used to be
They
enemies. So
built it. No, I know, but it's just they're just. Like,
It was awesome. Yeah.
It was awesome. But,
oh yeah.
But I remember the first time I watched, like, just shake his hand. Like what are you doing? I didn't realize at the time. But then Brain and Gorilla, we cut back to them, and Brain's talking about says the Bushwhackers might have an edge over the others because they pound on each other all day long. So they're used to taking the punishment.
Bobby always came with the best stuff, man. I swear.
And they're talking Hulk and Big John Studd and Jake the Snake. And then Gorilla, one of the running gags of this one is Gorilla talks about Damien the Snake being around.
Yeah.
Because Andre was petrified.
You see
What's that moving over there?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, dude, when they showed the bit with Andre and Jake the Snake, and Jake the Snake threw the snake on Andre, I forgot how long it kind of stayed on Andre and how legit, like, it looked like he couldn't get the damn snake off of him for a little while. And then, like, kind of being legit worried about the snake because Andre's a big dude, man, and he was a legit giant. So, like, I'm sure he could have maybe, killed that snake with his bare hands if he wanted to. But he was legit scared of that then.
I mean, it's a big snake.
Yeah.
But Mean Gene comes in with the Royal Rumble report. Try saying that 3 times real fast.
Yeah.
And, they said that the only way a guy can be eliminated is by going over the top rope or thrown onto the floor.
Yeah.
Both
There's
hit
no
the floor.
There's no partners, no friends. It's just, man versus man.
Yeah,
And
every
this is
man
where-
for himself.
Exactly.
Because when this match started, the first person to come out was from Demolition. I can't remember if it was Axe or Smash. Yeah. And then you're waiting for the next person to come out. And it's Demolition's music again. And so for the first 2 minutes of the Royal Rumble, Axe and Smash are beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
Well,
and they actually did. And they wanted to put over how important the Royal Rumble was, right?
Right.
Yet there was no
and
prize.
It was just bragging rights.
Yeah, it was bragging rights. Maybe a good payday.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because the match didn't matter for a couple more years when Ric Flair won it. Well, I mean, I guess in 91, the winner ended up getting a title shot, but it was just a coincidence.
Oh, I got you.
Because Hogan won the Rumble, and then he challenged Sergeant Slaughter, but he didn't challenge Sergeant Slaughter because he won the Royal Rumble. And the year before, Hogan won the Rumble, but he was the champion.
Gotcha. Well, this is where Andre Andre's so scared of the snake. He's just like, no.
Yeah. Petrified.
Yeah.
Andre looking down at Bobby. Who doesn't like that at all, I think he said. Andre yelling for Bobby. Yelling for Heenan. I've never seen this before. Oh, wait a minute. Jesse, I think he's afraid. Yes, he's terrified. I didn't think the Giant was afraid of anything. Andre the Giant looks like he's terrified of that snake. Look at this.
So that was a good bit that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And then we cut to them
his
like
eyes. His
calling
eyes
each other
were
out.
super huge, pointing at it. Like, Andre is a good actor, man. We forget, Princess Bride.
Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah.
But then
He was also the $6 million man.
Oh, that's right.
Bigfoot.
But there's also the 6-man tag team fight, right?
Dude, they keep selling this.
Yeah, they
I was
do.
like, nobody wants to watch this.
And we
Come on.
cut
Nobody wants to watch the Rougeaus.
Dino Bravo bench pressing with Jesse the Body Ventura.
At the first Royal Rumble.
What was that about?
He set the unofficial record by doing the bench press when, Jesse was pulling it off of him.
Yeah, he didn't even get it up.
He totally was. He couldn't do it. But then Hacksaw and the Hart Foundation call out Bravo and the Ruggios, international rules. And
Jimmy Hart, Reggie Martin, the Rougeaus, Dino Bravo, we've got a little surprise for you. This is exactly what we've been waiting for. Best 2 out of 3 falls, international rules. You're all going to get what you bargained for this time. 6-man tag team action, and we're going to let you guys in on our strategy. Attack, attack, attack. Together, you 3 guys are going down, tough guys. Yeah.
Anyway, and then they talk about a little bit Rockin' Robin versus Judy Martin, Haku versus Race, and Warrior versus Rude. And those are like some of the
pose down.
Pose down.
No match.
Yeah, no match. This would be a pose down.
I'd be so mad if that's what happened while I was there. I'd be like, I want to see them fight.
You had to wait till WrestleMania.
So Brain, he's opening up a brown bag with champagne in it. and Gorilla starts talking to him about bowl games. He's like, what bowl game? Is it Super Bowl week?
Yeah.
The weekend was so fast.
I've been busy.
And then they talk about how Brain ordered the Royal Rumble for his friends. It's like they couldn't see it. You waited too long. It's like, oh, I ordered it for my friends. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Don't wait till the last minute. Get it now.
He's like,
January
yeah, you probably
15th.
ordered it 30 minutes before it started.
Back then, you couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's why
he had to go pick up the box for it or something.
Well, that's why he's talking about it. That his friends couldn't see it. Then we get Bad News Brown versus Bret the Hitman Hart. It's our feature, and there's a couple of times where, of course, they jump off the ropes and everything. There's a section where Bad News Brown has Bret, like, I don't even know how you would describe it. So in the corner, but on the ropes, like
sideways,
like, catty corner to it, right? Kitty corner, and he's just like pounded him, and he's just midsection, just folded like a V almost.
Yep.
Yeah. Bret was classic about that, man. Like he used that corner for all it's worth. I think Bret was like the first one to do the figure 4 off the corner there, so he was good at coming up with those things. But I want to point out, Bad News, another beer belly bad guy that was legit bad. I think Bad News Brown was supposedly a black belt in karate.
In judo, I think.
Yeah, in judo.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and that's what they're talking about. They're like, the blows by Brown don't look punishing, but they are effective.
Yeah, like, are we saying that he's looking weak? What are we doing here?
I don't. But they also mention how Bret is also an expert at like fooling people into think he's beaten up, but he still actually has a lot left to give, so he makes it seem like he's taking a lot of punishment, but he's really good at just faking it.
Yeah, Bret's a few years away from being the man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brown's beating him, and like I said, he gets him in the corner, but Hart turns it around until he jumps from the rope and misses an elbow from
Which is an elbow that when he later hits it, he never misses it.
Yeah.
Well, but then Brown misses later too. He does the same thing and he misses. I was like, guys, you got to aim better.
Yeah, that's why they're called high risk maneuvers, Jerry. High risk maneuvers going up there.
That's true.
Well, Hart almost has a pin and he does a suplex, and then he pile drives Brown, but the time expired. So the official decision was a draw.
Yep.
Set him up here with a pile driver. Yes, he blows it up, but there's a bell.
That was a great pile driver, but I do believe the time has expired here.
Well, we do not know the official word on this one. Bret Hart going for the cover, but this one is over. And Mel Phillips is stepping into the ring, and we will get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time limit on this bout has expired. The official decision, a draw.
All
It's
that
like
for a
that.
draw.
Stinks.
Again, that's your main event, and that's the way it ends. It kind of just ended on a dud note, right? Because I thought they were going to go back to Brain and Gorilla, and there's going to be some big finish there, and
Yeah.
there really wasn't, right? It's just kind of all
No.
right. It's
Yeah,
time to
it
go.
was like, okay, well, there we go.
January 15th, Royal Rumble.
Live from the Houston Summit, 4 p.m.
That's right. But we do go back to Brain and Gorilla, and Brain's like, you always got to drink out of a paper bag.
I
where
followed
he
that
says,
for
yeah,
a long time.
This is going to be his year, 1968. And Gorilla's talking about Rockin' Robin and how she's won in like Germany and I think Japan, and he's like, oh, she can't get booked here in the States.
Yeah, that was great.
I was like, oh
Her
snap.
challengers were overseas.
And then we kind of just end it, and that's
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
All right.
And it
I was
ended
like,
with a
wow.
whimper.
It's like that was quick. If you could be in this episode, who would you be?
Oh, dude. I mean, I'd like to be who I knew just because I listened to his podcast. I'd like to be Bruce Pritchard, which he was never in the episode, but he's right there behind camera. Fucking. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm so sorry. Freaking telling the Brain and Gorilla, what to say or kind of chiming in. And I mean, again, I would just love to be there. It'd be like us being here with you two guys,
Right.
just
Yep.
laughing and joking about this stuff. So they had to have had a great time
I'm sure.
doing these things.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
The ultimate buffoon.
I would have just loved to have been ringside managing somebody in one of the matches.
Ooh.
I'll go to,
I don't know, Jeremy. You
news
taking
match
bumps
because-
from bad news?
I mean, I started wrestling in the Boston area, so they were in the Boston Garden, so I think it's almost like home to me.
Right?
Well, there you go. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, oh gosh,
I don't know, Jeremy. Yeah, Jerry, I think you could be a manager. Jerry could have been a manager. I can see Jerry coming down with his guitar or something and hitting somebody.
But I could only get the honky tongue man. That's it.
He's cool. He's cocky. He's bad.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cocky. I'm bad.
I'm totally rad, Jerry.
Hey, there we go.
There we are. That's it. Come to San Antonio. See what you booked.
Wait, while he's coming to the ring, you hear the.
But now we come to my favorite part of the show, which is a little segment I call Gag Me with the Spoon, where we do our best impression of our least favorite part of this episode here. Now, it's the guests. I'll let you go first. Just kind of set up the scene for us.
Well, Jerry, you actually stole my moment, but I'm going to do it anyways. It was towards the end of the episode, but it was really hard to find a rough moment, but I'm actually going to pick on Bobby here. It's just because his energy was off. So he was like, always drink in a paper bag.
I didn't have a bad moment, but again, we said it earlier, and I'm going to say it here. I'm not always home. That popped me so much. Like, I laughed so hard.
That was
I'm
good
not
too.
always home.
Same.
Yeah.
I was like, that's such a great line.
But Jeremy, I didn't know if you had caught it, because Jerry, the wrestling promotion that Jeremy does down here in San Antonio, they have the Rumble Royale. Am I correct in that, Jeremy?
That is correct. I'm hoping to wrestle on it this year, but we'll see.
There is one
Not a
promo,
ripoff at all.
Yeah, there is one promo that Dino Bravo cut in this episode, and he says Rumble Royale, and I heard it, and I was like, oh man, that was the first time I had heard it like that, and I was like, I've heard that somewhere, but Jeremy, you mentioned it earlier with the RCW, and yeah, the Rumble Royale. There's Dino Bravo said it in this episode, and it made me laugh and made me think of Jeremy and his buddies here.
Nice. Well, I went with the Brother Love quote. He goes, the one thing that I want you to remember is that I love you.
That's a good Brother Love, Jerry.
Yeah, I was chanting along with him when he did that. So
It's so good. But, G.I. Joe taught us that knowing is half the battle. What do you guys think is the other half?
If knowing is half the battle, the other half is having champagne that's bottled in Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Ohio.
Good.
I mean, if knowing's half the battle, the other half is January 15th at the Summit, Houston, Texas, the Royal Rumble.
In this case,
contact your local.
That was 3/4 of the battle.
Well, those are both better than mine. I just thought it, and I was kind of right there with you, Jeremy. If no one's half the battle, the other half is just brown bagging it.
There you go.
Guys, this has been a lot of fun, but tell me about your shows or anything you want to plug, and why don't we start with you, Jeremy?
Well, let's see. We're coming up on the end of the year, so I want to plug hopefully the Rumble Royale, which is going to be in January, February at River City Wrestling. You can learn more if you follow me on social media at Catch the Wave Baby on Facebook and Instagram. If you're looking to book a Santa, most likely for next year, because at this point the year should be just about done, AlamoCitySanta.com, Alamo City Santa on Facebook and Instagram. And finally, if you're looking for a Santa-themed t-shirt or a couple different Santa props, go to NorthPoleGeneralStore.com.
Right on. Joe?
And Jerry, again, thank you for having me on. But you can follow me on Facebook. We have our Facebook group, the Now Watch This Watchers. We are where our podcast is called Now Watch This, and we are wherever you can find podcasts. We are also available on YouTube, and you can always find me on Totally Rad Christmas. Hopefully, I'm bringing home a ratty this year.
And I need some more ratties to go on my shelf, because you see I got that space right there? There's no ratties. I need to add some ratties. Boy, I got ratties. I haven't put them up there yet. Darn it. You need to send me those hard copies.
And if this is a New Year's episode, Happy New Year's, everybody.
I just need some more episodes for Christmas time.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot of other Christmas episodes.
Well, to be fair, Rudolph's Shiny New Year usually aired in early December, too.
That's true. It works.
That's true.
It works. But also, Happy New Year, too. We'll take that.
Yep. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah.
Happy Noel.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so.
Yeah.
But
that's not even. Forever I thought that was another alter ego for Santa, and it was just some guy from the Ed Sullivan Show.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, on that note, let me say thanks, guys. I appreciated this, and I'll end it with, well, folks, that does it for this New Year's special right here on Primetime Wrestling. And incidentally, I forgot to tell you to check us out on our social media pages, which you can find at linktree.com/totallyradchristmas. And if you're feeling like Brain, enjoying a lot of champagne from a brown paper bag, leave us a review on iTunes. It helps us reach more people and spread some rad holiday cheer. Now, don't forget to check out our merch shop on tpublic.com and our super dope website, totallyradchristmas.com. So long, everyone. Till next week. Later, dudes.
Why is that moving?
Well, because Damien likes champagne.
Is there a snake around here? I'm not going to put up another
Listen,
whole
folks,
year with
don't
this.
wait another moment. Get a hold of your cable company right now and make sure that you take part in the Royal Rumble.
Why is that moving?
January 15th at the Summit. So long, everyone. Till next week.
I'll knock it out.
You won't do it. Hold it. Where'd he go?